When the final whistle blew Saturday, Alamo Heights celebrated a convincing victory over San Antonio Edison.
Tremendously proud. Tremendously. It's the best group of kids.
But it was just after the trophy presentation when the coach was not proud of the chant coming from Alamo Heights fans. They chanted USA, which San Antonio school district officials took as a racial insult to a school with all minority players from a school with mostly white ones. On our Facebook page, Santos Villarreal's post says this has to stop.
This is very disrespectful to our students.
She says the district is glad the coach put a stop to the chant immediately and hopes Alamo Heights addresses this.
It is surprising and it's disappointing to hear that, anyone would be out there making those kind of remarks.
And here's what's on Michael Savage. Apparently, Obama forced his students to read the racist professor's work. So he's been stirring up race hatred, frankly, for his career. And look how far he's gotten. I guess it works. It just shows you. And notice the American people. Have you downloaded the free sample of Trickle-Down Tyranny? The one book you need to stop Obama before we lose all of our constitutional rights? Take it, check it out on michaelsavage.com. Obama's pushing for $1 billion in green tax credits. More green garbage for his cronies and his supporters. Obama says, open up your hearts and your minds to the racialist professor, again from the Breitbart tapes. Sebelius, the head of the Health and Human Services Department, says she has no idea if Obamacare adds to the deficit, and she said she doesn't care. How about Washington, D.C.? $885 million from the taxpayers, federal government since 2009, as stimulus funds. They have no count of the jobs from the stimulus money. They don't know where the money went. Incomprehensible. Report says the U.S. forces are vulnerable to Chinese cyber attack. No kidding. When you have the Attorney General attacking the NYPD instead of worrying about Islamists and the Chinese military, what do you expect?
What the other Republicans are saying is very reckless. I mean, to talk about, already now, McCain is advocating in the Senate, why don't we start dropping bombs on Syria? And then they're so anxious to go to war. And it reminds me so much of our efforts before we went into Iraq to try to alert the people, look, let's pay attention to what's going on, let's find the facts. But, Iraq was not a threat. They didn't have weapons of mass destruction. There was no al-Qaeda. I think the same thing is going on here. There is no evidence whatsoever that the Iranians have or are on the verge of getting a nuclear weapon, according to our own military people, our own CIA, according to the UN. So I think it's blown way out of proportion. It's very reckless.
You know how much that irritates me? Well, just think how your throat would feel this spring without Pine Brothers Softish throat drops. Remember Pine Brothers? Those soft, delicious throat drops we all grew up with, the ones your parents bought to soothe you when you had a sore throat, that you couldn't stop eating after your throat got better. Well, they're back in natural honey and wild cherry flavors, and they're just as wonderful and effective as you can remember. Visit them on the web at pinebrothers.com. That's pinebrothers.com. Secret Service agent says Clinton's staff was rude and Hillary aloof. No kidding. The FBI is attacking the NYPD over the Muslim surveillance. That doesn't make any sense at all. What else is on michaelsavage.com? Well, let's see. Let's go to the bottom. Mystery of 18 twitching girls solved. Illegal alien allowed to collect winning lottery ticket. Tony Quatuk entered the country illegally in 2000, and boy, did she hit the jackpot. No food stamps for $1 million lotto winner in New York, though. Muslim mom accused of burning a teen's face. I thought it was the religion of peace. Well, I can't blame that on a religion. It's just a crazy mother. I mean, she did it because she went out with a non-Muslim boy, but that's okay. I mean, we can't blame it on the culture of the religion. That would be illegalist. The Senate just rejected the move to fast-track Keystone Pipeline, rejected attempt to fast-track the Keystone XL pipeline. The horrible White House and the evil Democratic leadership won a 56-42 vote on an amendment to the Senate's highway bill, winning only because 60 votes were needed for passage. In other words, Chuck Schumer and Harry Reid blocked the pipeline. 11 Democratic senators crossed party lines to support the amendment. These are the good Democrats, the ones with brains. Max Baucus of Montana, Mark Bajik of Alaska, Bob Casey of Pennsylvania, Ken Conrad of North Dakota, Kay Hagan of North Carolina, Mary Landrieu of Louisiana, Joe Manchin of West Virginia, Claire McCaskill of Missouri, Mark Pryor of Kansas, John Tester of Montana, and Jim Webb of Virginia, all Democrats, all cross party lines to support the Keystone XL pipeline. No Republicans opposed the measure, but 2 senators, pay attention, were absent. Mark Kirk of Illinois and John Thune of South Dakota were absent. Okay, so there it is. That's your list. The fact of the matter is Obama does not want more oil. He wants more fraudulent green energy projects, as I point out in trickle-down tyranny. What else is on michaelsavage.com? The White House is pushing back on a report of high-tech weaponry for Israel in exchange for their pledge to hold off an Iran attack. They're saying that they did not give Israel anything. A massive solar storm showered the earth, and guess what happened? Nothing. It was more hype. 2012, anyone? No, the world is not coming to an end. The world is coming to Barack Obama. Barack around the clock. Barack around the clock. I'll be right back right here on the Savage Nation.
Savage.